Very, very special horse in their era.
Yeah, really a nice horse. And I don't necessarily remember much about her, but I know she was a grade one winner.
She was a gamer.
Yeah.
She was very game. So it'll be interesting to see how this one, a distance of a mile and a half. Immediately I was looking for a front runner.
Hmm.
At a mile and a half, that's what you're looking for. In the race, though, I decided to go with a horse that could be a front runner, and that's Ms. Pine Tour to the outside for Brian
Okay.
Corner.
I like it.
I don't see a lot of horses that are going to want the lead, and I would not be surprised if this one got out there and got comfortable. And about Flavion Pratt on the turf with a front runner, dangerous.
Well, she did win this race last year, and since she's only run one time off of an extended layoff, she finished last in the CTTTOC, but it was going a mile and 3/8 off of the layoff. I definitely think she's got room to move forward. She was a must use for me. I also liked the five, Hermaphrodite is what I'm going to call her. And I think that
Fine.
stretching out is going to be a good thing for her. She came over to the US and ran fifth going a mile. They gave her a little bit more real estate. I think that she wants even more. And you see, she has a couple of mile and a half, mile and quarter, mile and three-quarter even races when she was over in Europe. So I think this added distance really going to be a plus for her. And I also liked the 8 quick in here at 9-5. She's your current favorite right now for John Sadler. She was third in the red carpet last time out. She definitely suits with these route turf fillies. She has been pretty consistent with the exception of one try against grade two company. So I think it's interesting that a horse like this can be effective going 5.5 furlongs, a mile and an eighth, a mile and 3/8. I mean, that's crazy. You don't see horses that have that kind of versatility a lot. And so I have to use quick on my ticket.
That's kind of why I went with the 9 and 5 as the top choices, but I went four deep in this pick four. So I had to go with the two Miss Addie Prey and Althea, I should say, the 2 and 3 there for Michael McCarthy. Patty Gallagher's got a horse that almost comes across to me as being a one gear type. And I think the fact that Mike Smith stays aboard the daughter of Uncle Mo kind of gives you the idea that maybe they think so too at a mile and a half. Althea for Michael McCarthy. What can I tell you? Second time since coming in from Chad Brown. Horses failed some pretty tough customers, including runners in the Jenny Wiley over at Keeneland over the summer. And although they were fourth, they were only beaten 2 lengths in a field of 8. So I got to give them a lot of street cred. 10 minutes to post. The Astra, grade 3 Astra, coming up.
On the track for the Grade 3 Astra Stakes, called out by Jay Cohen. We have 9 minutes to post. It's the start of the late pick 3. A reminder that the 8th race today will start the $1 Golden Hour pick 4. You can download free past performances for the Golden Hour pick 4 and Golden Hour double online at santanita.com. Here's the field. Number 1 is Avenue de France, owned by Convergence Stable, Medicat Stable, Wonderland Stable, et al. Trained by Leonard Powell. The jockey is Drayden Van Dyke. 2, Miss Addie Prey, is owned by Gilbert and Sones, trained by Patty Gallagher, and ridden by Mike Smith. 3, Altea, is owned by My Racehorse, trained by Michael McCarthy with Abel Cedillo. 4, Aunt Luby, is owned by JMS Stable, trained by Richard Mandela with Victor Espinoza up. Number 5 is Hermaphrodite, owned by Horonis Racing, trained by John Sadler with Joel Rosario. 6, Lucky Peridot, is owned by Wire to Wire Stable, Hall, Lanceman et al. Peter Miller trains, Juan Hernandez rides. 7 is Carpe Vinum, owned by My Racehorse and Platts. Carpe Vinum is trained by Phil D'Amato with Jose Valdivia Jr. 8, Quick, owned by Horonis Racing, trained by John Sadler, Umberto Rispoli rides. And number 9 is Miss Paintour, owned by JMS Stable, trained by Brian Coroner, and ridden by Flavienne Pratt. That's the field for the Grade 3 Astra Stakes. 7 minutes.
The Astra run at 1.5 miles. I'm here with trainer John Sadler. John, you have 2. We know from the European form that Hermaphrodite, distance is her friend. How is she doing?
She's doing good. I mean, that's why we kind of stepped her up out of her condition, because she looks like she's a specialist at these long distances. Might even run her against boys like in the San Juan Capistrano at the end of the meet, the big long races. So doing well.
How much ability have you been able to see from her in the morning?
Well, she trains like a turf horse. She's steady, got a nice stride. So, we're getting here to see what happens.
And Quick, your other filly, it's a bit more of an experiment stretching her out this far. Why did you decide to put her in here?
Well, she's run well at 1 mile and 3/8 a couple of times. So we think this is a good distance for her. She ran I think she won 1.25 miles in England. So she's distance, both of them fit the race. So we're in here and hopefully we'll have a good result.
We caught the final work on XBTV January 9th, and she worked with a horse by the name of Growth Engine, who Chad Brown used to train, now in your barn. He impressed me in that work. Where can we likely see him next?
He's going to go on the San Pasquale. Not this weekend, the weekend after. We nominate this week. He's a nice horse, won his last start at Monmouth, and kind of be new to California, but he's trained very well. The work you saw, I think Pratt was on, and we look great.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for the information on him, and best of luck today.
Thank you much.
Enjoy San Manuel Casino from the comfort of home at play.sanmanuel.com. Play free slots and casino games and experience the most thrilling casino in California. The Phillies and Mares are approaching the starting gate for the Astra.
Zoe Cadman here at the start of the Astra Stakes. Now, this is a mile and a half. You can see the gate right here to my left. And then as we pan all the way down the turf course, you will see the first turn that goes to the downhill turf course and eventually joins to the main course. It's just beautiful up here. It's nice and quiet, nice and serene. And some horses that ordinarily may not really want to relax will relax up here. And I'm going to try and upset the field with a long shot in here. And call me crazy, I've been called worse before, but I love Aunt Luby. Now, I liked Aunt Luby coming in here off of work that I saw in person here at Santa Anita on the 13th of January. She just looked sensational, just cruising around there with a rider aboard. She's well in her coat. She gets Victor Espinoza. And if you're looking at her form and thinking, oh, she can't even run a mile and 8. She's never actually been up here on the downhill turf course. The quietness, I think, will really help her. By the time she gets down to join the main track on the turf course down there, she'll only have basically a mile and 3/16 to go. Is that enough? I don't know, but she just looks so relaxed up here. So Aunt Luby's going to be a long shot play for me with Victor Espinoza aboard, who's very, very confident indeed. As far as the John Sadler trained Hermaphrodite in here, I mean, she's going to be extremely tough. Distance is her friend here, and she'll get Joel Rosario, who knows this turf course as well as anyone. The mile and a half, a little bit more unusual than we see from most races here at Santa Anita, but certainly Hermaphrodite, she's a big mare. She's 6 years old. And you always begin to wonder, 6 years old, do they really want to do it? But she's got her ears pricked. She looks in good form, and she looks like she's happy up here. I mentioned this the other day. If you're going to have a 6-year-old mare, you better make sure that she's happy. And Hermaphrodite does look very, very happy indeed. The 6, Lucky Peridot, getting just a little bit hot here. She last ran for 30. She'll be a long, long shot in here. I wouldn't really like to see her get quite so hot. But that'll be it as we start off the loading process. Good luck to all. And I'm just going to try and swing with a long shot in Aunt Luby. Here's the master, Mr. Frank Miramati.
Post time for the Astra Stakes. They're moving into line. First few have gone in. Here's Miss Addie Prey. And Lucky Peridot will follow her in. Altia's waiting her turn. Carpe Vinum is next. Quick. And then the JMS pair of Aunt Luby and Miss Paintour. They're in the gate. Quick, a little bit eager, has opened the front of the gate and taken a few steps. She is the favorite and will be guided back in. 9-5 on the board for Quick. Who goes back in. And they're off in the Astra. Carpe Vinum is going out for the early lead. On the inside, Aunt Luby is flashing plenty of early gas, and then it's Quick just behind them in third. Miss Paintour is on the far outside, only a couple of lengths off the pace as they move down the hill. Hermaphrodite has moved up on the inside now to claim third, who's just in front of Quick now, fourth and 5 lengths off the front runner, Aunt Luby, who has opened up 2.5 lengths. That group is followed by Lucky Peridot. Miss Addie Prey is one from the outside, Avenue de France extreme outside, and Altia's at the back of the field. Coming by the stands for the first time, and Aunt Luby leads by 1.5 lengths to Carpe Vinum in second. Then Hermaphrodite at the rail, right next to Quick, and an eager Miss Addie Prey is on the outside fifth, about 5 lengths off the lead, well out in the center of the course. Miss Paintour and Lucky Peridot are next. Avenue de France reserved, as is Altia, who trails on the rail. Around the clubhouse turn, Aunt Luby galloping along with a 2-length lead. Carpe Vinum is in second. Hermaphrodite comfortable at the rail in third. Quick between horses and Miss Addie Prey outside of them. On the inside comes Lucky Peridot, Miss Paintour right next to that rival. 3/4 to Avenue de France, and Altia continues at the back. Heading toward the half-mile pole in the Astra Stakes, Aunt Luby has been the controlling speed, pursued throughout by Carpe Vinum, who's 1.5 lengths back in second. Then it's the Sadler pair of Hermaphrodite and Quick right together. Quick making her move right now. There goes Quick, putting the pressure on Aunt Luby as they round the far turn, and Carpe Vinum in between them. Aunt Luby maintains a narrow lead. Quick in between them. Carpe Vinum, 3 across the course. On the inside, Hermaphrodite is in fourth. Now, Avenue de France now kicking in on the outside, yellow cap, and from the back of the field, Altia is let loose. Here comes Altia, 5 lengths off Quick with a furlong left to go. Quick the leader, Altia motoring in the center of the course. Hermaphrodite is down on the inside, a 16th to go, and it's Quick and Hermaphrodite to fight it out. Quick's just in front of Hermaphrodite. Quick, Hermaphrodite, Quick, and Hermaphrodite. 1-2 for Horonis Racing and John Sadler in the Astra Stakes. It's a photo finish in the Grade 3 Astra Stakes. Number 8, Quick was first, 5 Hermaphrodite second, 3 Altia third, 6 Lucky Peridot fourth, and 7